Good morning. So, the plan for the week is to get some patterns modified to make an old baseball uniform. So, the reason I wanted to do this is, one, I've always really wanted to make a League of Their Own inspired look. And because Amazon just released the show a few days ago and I watched it all, I just dove right in and I was like, okay, this is happening now. So instead of doing something inspired, I'm going to try to recreate. And that's a little terrifying, but you know, it should be fine. I think it'll be okay. The process chances are, will go easier than I anticipated going. So, right now, I'm gonna look through some old photos, write down everything I need, and then get to modifying a pattern. I found one that I think will work. It's a pattern from the 40s. It's this right here, but it's got that nice, very squared off collar. Yoke, I mean. And I'll have to figure out how to put a collar on this one of these days. But I think this will be a good jumping off point for me, at least with the bodice. The skirt just looks like a circle skirt, and I can easily make one of those. So I'm gonna look at these, write down what I see and need. I was looking at photos of these uniforms a bit earlier today, and I was wondering how do they get that over their head? Because I have old garments, and some of them are very fitted to your form. And something that's always struck me is, like, how do you get it on? How do you get it off? Like, how do you construct that? And when you're just like briefly glancing at these uniforms, you don't see anything other than the 3 buttons on the top bodice. And you have to wonder, how are you getting this over your head or over your hips? Because if you have the closed waistline, that's not going to fit over your shoulders or over your hips at the widest point. And if it's not that, then what is it? But I found something exciting. On one of these photos, I don't know if you'll see it, I'll try to add these in later, but I just saw a little bit of silver on the side seam, and I was like, oh my god, a zipper. Makes perfect sense. So, now that that mystery is solved, I think it's all going to be a lot easier for me to get this done. Okay, I think that's good. I hope. We'll see if I need anything later on. And now I'm going to try to modify a pattern. That means paper.
How's it going?
I'm filming.
Yeah, fair. That makes lunch.
Okay. So, yesterday, off camera, I put all my pieces together. Not well, I mean, they're just running stitched in, so good for a mock-up, which is all this is. I think I've got the shape correct. The pieces I've modified and stuff fit together well. I did accidentally make my circle skirt a little too small in the waist, so I know I'm going to have to add about 1.5 inches when I put this on the proper fabric I'm going to get. But other than that, I think everything else looks good. And all that's really left for me to figure out and play around with is making a collar. Yeah. I think that's where I'm at. So I'll be going fabric shopping for probably a linen. I think that makes the most sense to me. And then I'll need like a satiny or something a bit shinier for the shorts. Then maybe a wee bit of linen, of brown linen for the belt. I'm still undecided with the buttons because I could go with that clear white that's very common in all the uniforms. They all have those big old clear white buttons. Or I could go brown. But I guess I'll just have to see what I see at Joann's. Alright, so I just got back from Joann's. I got some buttons, some buckles, whole bunch of fabric. I decided to go with a nice yellow linen for the dress. I grabbed this yellow cotton as well. I figured I might use that for a lining or something. I'll figure it out. And I couldn't find any like really shiny fabric like they wore for their shorts, but I did find something sort of shiny. And I think that'll work well. It'll at least be soft enough for me to wear and not be too uncomfortable in. And I think I'm going to change the style of the skirt into more of an A-line, but that won't be all that hard to do. You just kind of measure out your waist and then triangle it out. That made sense in my brain. I don't know how that's going to translate into words, but you can let me know. And that's really about it for right now. I still have to wait on my patches and my other stuff for this project, so you're gonna get this one and then 1, maybe 2 videos in between now and the final product. And hopefully it all goes well and everything comes in on time when it's supposed to. And I will see you soon. Bye.